It's a historic day in Spokane. There are 3 new names for middle schools in our area. I'm Tim Pham. I'm going to be breaking it down coming up.
Boulder Beach is opening this weekend. We're out here riding new roller coasters. It's also Heroes Weekend this weekend. Come on out, enjoy the vibes. We're going to be out here all morning.
We're out at Silverwood Theme Park. We're talking your weekend forecast. It's a holiday weekend and the weather's looking great. I'll let you know what to expect.
Hey there, good morning. So glad to have you here with us, friends, on this Thursday. It is a beautiful morning here in the Inland Northwest. So yeah, our show is on the road this morning. I'm at the Northwest Middle School. I'll tell you about the new name. It's Pauline Flett Middle School. It's going to be under construction here this summer. You can see there's some activity behind me, but it'll kick off a little bit later this summer. We do have team coverage though all morning long. Our crews are spread across Spokane and even North Idaho because our friends Jeremy Legoo and Brandon Jones, they are checking out Silverwood Theme Park and they're having too much fun. They got a fun assignment this morning. We also have Dana Marie McNichol holding it down in the studio. Nicole Hernandez is checking out the South Middle School. She'll tell you about that new name. So a lot ahead this morning here on Up with KREM. We're so glad you're joining us this morning. So again, Spokane Public Schools chose 4 new names. 3 of them are actually brand new because they're brand new schools entirely, and one of them is actually a renaming of the On Track Academy. So right now the school behind me, or the future site I should say, of the Northwest Middle School, again going to be called the Pauline Flett Middle School. So here are the names the school board voted on and approved last night at their meeting. First, On Track Academy, I just mentioned them. They'll actually just keep their name, but they're going to be adding the principal's name to the school. So it'll now be known as the Lisa Matson On Track Academy. As for the 3 new middle schools, the Northeast Middle School on Foothills, excuse me, Foothills Drive will be the Denny Yashura Middle School, and the Northwest Middle School at Albee, where I'm at this morning, again, Pauline Flett Middle School. The Southside Middle School at Mullen is now going to be known as the CARLA PEPERZAK Middle School. So Nicole Hernandez is at the South Middle School this morning. She's going to be telling us about the name, that name, and the meaning behind it. Good morning, Nicole.
Yeah, good morning. So we now know that the South Middle School will be known as the CARLA PEPERZAK Middle School. The new school will be right off of Mullen Road here on the South Hill. The project is part of a nearly $500 million district-wide plan. The school is expected to be open in August of 2023. That's a year later than the other 2 middle schools are planning on opening. Now, this new school is named after a Dutch resistance operative and Holocaust freedom fighter throughout World War II. CARLA PEPERZAK moved to Spokane in 2004 and was named Washington State's Person of the Year in 2020. She has also been honored in a state Senate resolution. She has shared her story with students across the region, hoping that education will prevent anything like the Holocaust from ever happening again. Coming up at the top of the hour, I will also be explaining who the Northeast Middle School is named after and why he has such a big influence in our community as well. Live in Spokane, I'm Nicole Hernandez.
Nicole, that's just wonderful. Really awesome to hear about her contributions to our community. Okay, so another area you might recognize from where I'm standing right now is Joe Albee. You can see it there in the distance. Kind of gives you a perspective of where we are this morning, of where the new Northwest Middle School will be. So let's talk about Joe Albee a little bit because it's been in the headlines, of course. Earlier this month, the Spokane School Board approved building a new stadium downtown instead of building on the old Joe Albee site. So this all started 3 years ago when voters approved a $500 million bond, including $31 million to replace Joe Albee. A city advisory vote suggested voters preferred the Northwest site, but in the years since, many have questioned the vote. Then this year, business leaders came back with a more detailed proposal, including a commitment from a minor league soccer team to come to Spokane.
The Northwest, I think, really showed the potential for professional soccer in the United States. And so Spokane was a city that we knew would just be an amazing addition to the league.
So the new stadium will be built in downtown Spokane near the Spokane Arena. City leaders really felt that the benefits of the proposal were so overwhelming, it wouldn't make sense to continue with the existing project to replace the old Joe Albee Stadium. Another big headline that we've been tracking here in regards to the Spokane Public School District is 2 weeks ago, the board unanimously voted to change the name and symbols at 2 schools in our area. And this has been a hot topic across the nation and in the state, of course. And this comes after Governor Jay Inslee signed a measure to ban the use of Native American names, symbols, and images as school mascots, logos, and team names at most public schools. So here locally, North Central High School and Gary Middle School have the Indians and the Chiefs as their mascots. And an Indigenous mother who went to North Central High School as a teenager says changing the mascots and symbols of these schools is not erasing history, but simply respecting the Indigenous community members that are still alive.
This is just one small step in achieving what we would consider repatriation of our rights and respect for us.
Both schools must present their recommendations for new mascots no later than the board's only meeting in December of 2021. So of course, this is something that we're going to be following all year long, as well as the construction of these new buildings. So yeah, a very historic day. You think about, you know, we're making a big deal about this here on Up with KREM because how often do we cover brand new schools and new names? So we are going to be talking about this all morning long and in the days to come. Dana Marie, I'll send things back to you.
All right, we're going to check in with you in just a bit. Thanks, Tim. Well, this weekend, Silverwood is doing the most for Memorial Day weekend. They're opening a brand new ride and also Boulder Beach Water Park. That's where we find Brandon T. Jones, Jeremy Legoo. They're live in North Idaho this morning at a really popular ride. I see you're on the roller coaster. Okay, if you were joining us about 20 minutes ago, you saw both of them go and do the tremor. Brandon had his beanie over his eyes in fear, but Jeremy.
Oh my gosh.
Dana Marie, I was fist pumping the whole time. We lost Brandon though. He's Brandon.
I'm nowhere to be found.
It was really good. He's up front. We're having fun out here. We've got an interview coming up for you in just a second, so we spaced out for it. But we got to get you out the door and let you know what's going on early this morning. It's a mild start to the day depending on where you are. If you're in Spokane, it's temps in the mid-50s. Not all that bad. You move over into North Idaho, temps are a little bit cooler here. We are in the 40s, so it's slightly chilly, especially if you're on a roller coaster early on in the morning. But throughout the day, we're all going to feel like we're on a roller coaster because we go from sunny skies to high atmospheric clouds building. Then those clouds are going to thicken up. As they do, you're going to notice more wind throughout the day. And wind gusts will pick up to about 35 miles per hour in Spokane later on this afternoon, thanks to a storm moving in that's currently sitting off the coast. The cold front quickly tracks across the state. And by the time we get into the middle part of the day, we'll notice those scattered showers here in the inland northwest. 1:30, 2 o'clock is when those really start getting going. And by the time we get into tomorrow, everything starts clearing out and we start to see things slowly improve. But temperatures will be a bit cooler. Today, we're still up in the 70s before the cold front itself moves through. Cold front moves through, that's why we drop tomorrow. But by this weekend, we flip the switch and temps are on the rise and we're back in the 70s on Saturday, 80s on Sunday, and continuing to rise into the 90s by the middle part of next week. So perfect time to get out and enjoy some theme park or whatever it might be. So I guess I got to send it to the front of the roller coaster for some more information.
Send it my way, Jeremy. Send it my way. We're gearing up for round 2 of Tremors. First one was exciting. I was a little nervous, but this was a super smooth ride. My first wooden coaster, and right now I'm joined by Stephanie Sampson. She's the public relations manager for Silverwood. And let's talk about that smoothness of this new roller coaster. You were telling me there's some new adjustments to get it that way, right?
Yeah, we've had a lot of new changes here at the park this summer, and one of those being the topper track that we added to Tremors. It really smooths out those corners and makes a really nice ride.
Yeah, Stephanie, they've got me in the front again for whatever reason. So we're going to do round 2 in just a few minutes, but You were also telling me about a new YouTube show that Silverwood has. You're the face of it. What is that all about?
Yes, we launched our new YouTube series called The Silverwood Show. Our 4th episode is going to go live this morning at 9:30 a.m. and it's going to be all about Stunt Pilot. We cannot wait.
Oh, well, we're hopping on Stunt Pilot a little bit later this morning around 9 o'clock, so that should be exciting. It's a single car ride, correct?
Yeah, single rail coaster. It has 2 trains. It's the first coaster in the whole park that does that, and we're really excited.
You've had a chance to ride it already.
I did. I rode in the front row.
Front row? What
yes,
was it like?
It was so much fun. Since it's a single rail, it feels like you're not on anything. There's no one next to you that you can talk to, so you're just in it, and it feels like nothing else is around you.
Locked and loaded. And then also Boulder Beach is opening this weekend. We were over there a little bit earlier today. Memorial weekend, the weather is going to be great. Jeremy was talking about it. Can you let us know a little bit about Boulder Beach and returning?
Yeah, so Boulder Beach is going to be open this weekend, and then we'll be open full-time after June 12th. It's a perfect weekend to come out. We're honoring our Heroes Weekend, where all veterans and first responders get in for free, and all their family get a discounted rate as well.
Hero Weekend, it's just a great weekend. Memorial Day weekend. Please come out here. We're going to let's end a second round. We're getting ready to go out on trimmers once more. I was pretty excited the first time. I'm gonna hold my hat down. Dana Marie was over there clowning me. She said my hat was down. It was only because it was windy, Dana Marie. It was about to fly off. Okay, so that's what I'll have to do again.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Brandon. I thought you might have been covering your eyes.
Let's go.
Keep the ears warm. Have fun. Enjoy, guys. I'm so jealous. Jeremy's way too excited this morning.
Let's do it.
But for good reason.
Round 2, Jeremy.
Oh, how much fun that is. And for all you at home wondering if you can do this weekend, it's open, ready to go for you guys. So having fun. All right. On up with KREM, changes for 2 Inland Northwest universities coming up after the break. What students and staffs need to know about their brand new mask policy.